I have survived very many assassination attempts by Ugandan security. It's important to know that Uganda has been ruled for 38 years by General Yoweri Museveni, who has succeeded in crushing every opposition against him. We strongly believe that General Museveni is intending to do what he did in 2016 and 2021. Therefore, we are mobilizing the people of Uganda to affirm their authority to rise up non-violently and unarmed, because it is provided for in our constitution.
Obunkenke bungi wali entebe mu State House. Ebigambo bya Bobi Wine byavuddeyo nayogera mu dakiika ntono nnyo wali ku TV ya France, emu ku TV esinga mu nsi yonna, era nga ayongedde n'alumba era n'alabisiza ddala omukulu wa President Museveni. Era bino ogenda kuba nga obiraba kakati. Njagala ekintu kimu ky'obunkolera video eno gintereko ka like olw'ensonga haba foot soldiers bangi nnyo oba oliawo n'abaana ba NUP akosa abawagizi ba Bobi Wine akosa n'abawagira President Museveni information eno. Bobi Wine olwaleero ajava okubanga ata mu dakiika ntono nnyo okuva kati byo ngenda kubanga mbikuwa wabula nga byo bitiisa mu omutima munafu. Video eno nja kusaba agirabe ng'olina bwe bwekutte olw'ensonga oba oliawo eyinza obutakuleka kyeki mu bigambo bya Bobi Wine olunaku olwaleero. Video yo clip eyo gyolaba yevuddeko tagali anjikuwe edakiika eno yennyini.
We only don't rely on ourselves. We continue to call upon the international community, because the international community is largely responsible for the sustaining of General Museveni in power for 38 years. So if the international community can understand our plight and also align with the values that they profess, values like respect for democracy, human rights, and the rule of law, then we would have General Museveni out of power sooner than 2026.
But that's clearly not happening.
Awo nja kusooka nkujjukize emikono gyaffe aba international conference abanuno nga batwala abantu bweru w'eggwanga, era ng'ekintu kimu ky'oba okola ayagala okugendako e Canada akwata essimu yo abasajja oba n'abakyala gwe wenna ng'oli eyo ng'oyagala gendako Canada omukisa guguno akube ensamusamu ate nga byonna bagenda kuba nga babbala baguyita international conference on Mutanda Bonani Childhood ennaku z'omwezi musatu 24 August gw'omusomo gwe nayagala ogenda e Canada wogenda okuba ng'oyita osobola okuba nga omanya ebisingawo kweyo ensonga naye nga Bobi Wine wuuno ngenda kubanga mukuwa kati agimiti onaye musomi wa dduwa era nga asobola okuba nga byonna abitereza singa oba n'ebitatambula bulungi mu bulamu bwo awo wennyini kati kamukuwe ate ogenda kumanya ebisingawo kweyo ensonga.
And indeed I move around the country, although I'm always followed by the military and police, but I can move around the country.
Right. Why
he is facing a new generation of young people who have never seen another leader, and my rise came along with the rise of a spirit of patriotism and a demand for change. Now I lead a very vibrant young population that is constantly calling for the exit of General Yoweri Museveni, and the regime in Uganda believes that by gagging me and controlling me and restricting me, they are restricting the inevitable, the uprising of the people of Uganda. Simply because everywhere I go, the people of Uganda come in masses, thousands and hundreds of thousands, to join me and show solidarity.
Right.
We had an election in 2021, which my party and I strongly believe we won. This is an election that happened in complete darkness. The internet was completely switched off. The European Union and American election observers were restricted from coming to the country. Radio stations were switched off, and myself and my entire campaign were arrested. I was under house arrest while the rest were in prison. Many of them continue to be in prison. But that was not the first time. Dr. Kizza Besigye had defeated General Museveni in 2016, but the same thing had happened. While there is an election in 2026. We strongly
A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Ze ajimiti omusomi w'ekitabo era omusomi w'edduwa. Nkozesa kyoto kino, ekyoto kino kiba kitagombolola. Lwaleero ku kyoto kuno kunyambira abantu bange. Buli muntu yenna alina ekizibu kye, ojja ku kyoto kino n'osula akabaani ne nkusabira. Buli alina ekizibu naddala mu abali e Bulaaya, nompereza amannya. Naye nga sula mu kyoto kino, ne nkusembera edduwa, ne nkujjako ebizibu n'ebiba bikusumbuye. Walemererwa mirimu ki ddala mu abali e Bulaaya, abali mu nsi muno mu Uganda, abalemeddwa okufuna visa. Nantegeeza eri abaana Adamu, nkozesa nkofu ku kyoto kuno. Bamala okusindika enkofu eyo negenda ebanja, amabanja ge bakubanjiza gonna. Gwe yalema okufuna okuweebwa ajimiti, nkozesa amazzi. Ku nnyanja kuno kumulengera ku mazzi wano. Ajimiti nga bwenyimidde olwaleero nkumasira abaana Adamu. Bompereza ebiwandiiko byonna bye bompereza ng'oli e Bulaaya. Mbikwata ne mbizinga ne mwandika ku papula. Ne mbisula mu nnyanja. Ne nsaba Allah gwe nsinza asumulule ebyo bye babikulemeredde. Awa visa agifuna, alemeddwa okufuna omusajja omulungi amufuna. Nsangibwa ku namba 0752
to throw out General Museveni. So yes, we are calling for civil disobedience. We are calling for a moral uprising. We are calling for a revolution. And that explains why I am always gagged and always controlled and restricted. So we are calling for an uprising. But if the uprising has not happened in 2026, we have made it clear that we are going to use every moral and every constitutional method to procure change. And yes, if we go into an election, we'll go into an election as a means, as a spark for the revolution that we so badly want. Well, it is not happening, but we have not given up. We have not given up. We continue to push because we want change, because the longer we have General Museveni, is the more we have gross human rights violations in Uganda, is the more that Uganda continues to be indebted and all that comes with it.
Right.
During the elections, I survived gunshots. But even recently, a few months ago, about 3 months ago, when we had the National Inter-Platform countrywide tour, I survived assassination, and the assassins were arrested and handed over to police, but that's all that it was. Yes, I fear for my life. I fear for detention. I fear for persecution. But like you said, I fear for my life because I know that the regime is bent on eliminating all kinds of challenges.
Right. I mentioned President Museveni. Do you think he will run, or his plan is to hand over to his son?
I know that General Museveni will definitely run for as long as he can open his eyes. Dictators don't just live like that. But also because we have information that he has bodily weaknesses, he has been trying to force his son on the people of Uganda illegally, because his son is a military general, a serving military officer who is, according to our constitution, barred and restricted from involving in partisan politics. But his son moves from place to place in full guard of the military and police, campaigning. However, we strongly believe that that is just a woodwink, that General Museveni is going to come back and will continue coming back the same way Robert Mugabe used to do.
Kimuleka Associates presents International Conference on Maternal, Newborn and Child Health under the theme Identifying and Addressing Social Determinants is Crucial Towards Improving Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Outcomes. Key discussions include strategies for improving access to quality healthcare services, reducing maternal and infant mortality rates, innovative approaches such as mobile clinics and telemedicine to increase access to healthcare, the need for increased funding and government commitment to addressing these issues, increasing access to vaccines and empowering women through education and economic opportunities. Date is August 23rd to 24th in Toronto, Canada, Banquet Hall 237 Sackville. International delegates $380 Canadian, international students $200 Canadian, international exhibitions $800 Canadian, hotel per night is $200 Canadian. Contact us on +1437 216 8893 or +256 752 223 237. Email us at kimulekaassociates@gmail.com. You can also visit our website on www.kimulekaassociates.com.